Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of JustNoMil. In today's episode, of course you want DH to come over during stay-home order. Poll, what unwelcomed Easter-themed contact have you received today? I'll help you, but only until I get bored. We high-road her, and it was glorious. There's a lot going on here, scaring my kids, slight neglect, driving me to the hospital, and a small victory. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Of course you want DH to come over during stay-home order. My mother-in-law has decided that now, during the coronavirus outbreak, would be the best time to get her house appraised. She has serious hoarding tendencies and has clutter absolutely everywhere. We're talking broken washing machines, mismatched end tables stacked up to the ceiling, collectible plates, books, magazines, and piles of junk mail. She decided that this would happen and that she needed my husband to come over and help her move some of the larger broken appliances out onto the lawn so that the appraiser can get into the house and assess it properly, because she thinks she's going to be getting a lot of money from the situation. Forget that there are some rooms that you can't even walk into. He has been over there for about an hour, and I told him to be as cautious as possible, stay outside / wear masks / sanitize, and only stay to move the stuff into the lawn. This is ridiculous, right? Like, this is actually legitimately not okay. I hate her. She is so selfish. Because of this and other things, I have been considering breaking up with her. My husband thinks she's over the top, and they barely have a relationship. They see each other next to never, and he thinks she's insane. My children, 1 and 3, have only seen her a handful of times and don't really know her at all. What I have to lose here? I'm just so mad. This has been happening for the past 7 years. Why did he go? This is ridiculous, and I would be mad. Adam, what she wants shouldn't be more important than his wife and small children's health. And yes, I am mad at both of them. DH could have said, "No, I'm not risking the health of my family. Can't put the blame solely on MIL." I seriously doubt that the appraiser will even be working right now, so I think moving her crap could wait until this crisis is over. Apparently this has something to do with money and her retirement. Real though we don't know. We have so little to do with her life, it's impossible to know. Poll, what unwelcomed Easter-themed contact have you received today? For me, it was my MIL, unannounced, coming into my house via an accidentally left unlocked back door, shouting about how she had baskets for the kids. We legitimately hid from her, every single one of us. What was in the baskets? Bananas and oranges, fine, boxes of used crayons, post-it notes, and dirty a playground ball. Also, the baskets were ripped grocery store bags. I'm guessing the randomness was due to her presuming that she could just shop like normal and being shocked that there was nothing available yesterday. I received a Facebook gift. Easter, in life, she implied, has no meaning or joy and only leaves her feeling hollow without children around. We're 18 hours away. Her other grandchildren are being isolated as they should. Attempts by some of her FB friends to encourage her to be grateful everyone was safe and healthy were met with, "I tried, but I just can't." Cool. I'm pretty grateful that we're all safe and healthy and far away from her, but that's just me. We had a phone call. Good news is that she did her dumb pouty little girl voice because she wanted DH to ask what was wrong, and he ignored it. My MIL called my DH privately and still continued to ask if he was happy I was pregnant. Like, WTF, it's been almost 10 complete weeks since we've known woman. I'm positive he is pretty happy. Okay, DH needs to tell her that wasn't okay. She isn't allowed inside just because she found an unlocked door, and next time, should she do that again, the cops get called and charges get pressed. I'll help you, but only until I get bored. My husband was using his mother's truck. She owns 2 vehicles and cannot currently drive the truck as she cannot climb into it due to knee pain. Seemed like a good exchange. We use the truck and pay for the things it needs: new tires, oil changes, routine repairs and maintenance, and her truck doesn't sit untouched for months. Well, she decided that instead of this arrangement, it would be better for her to sell it so she can have a second vehicle. You know, a second vehicle to drive on alternating days, like everyone does. She called us today to let us know the sale is happening ASAP this weekend, with no care of how it will affect us and our children. Now I get it. It's her truck. The title is in her name. She can do what she wants with it. However, we had an agreement. We will fund every aspect of the vehicle. We've almost $2,000 in it in 6 months and keep it beautifully clean and maintained in exchange for its use. Even so, if she wanted it back, why did she have to wait until the last second? We depend on that truck, and she knows it. So what's the deal? I'm half tempted to take off the new tires and leave it in her driveway on blocks. No, I'm not that petty. Buy 4 second-hand can only be used for a few more trips tires and take the new ones off. She's only selling it because you guys did all the work needed to get a better price. Your $2,000 will go straight to her. If you paid for those tires, I'd definitely take them before she sells the truck. I would buy 4 old tires and keep the new ones. You can sell them and get some money back. We high-road her, and it was glorious. An update. A successful one at that. I had posted yesterday that my JustNoMil was abruptly taking back the vehicle that my husband was using. It was agreed that we could use it indefinitely as long as we cared for and maintained it, which we did, and very well, I may add. Immediately once I had heard the news, I sprung into action. Credit union approval, dealership research, everything, and found us a really great used vehicle. We completed the purchase of a really nice used minivan yesterday. My husband called her to let her know that we would be returning her vehicle to her today. She was absolutely livid. It was amazing. She said that we were stupid for buying a vehicle but could give us no reason why. She said that it was irresponsible to buy a vehicle. No, it wasn't. We can definitely afford a car payment right now. She said that we were lying about what she said yesterday, and that she clearly stated that she was going to sell the vehicle that we were using at some point next year. No, she didn't. She was so mad she was screaming. Gaslighting on steroids. How could you do this? Why such anger? Why such lying and disbelief? My theory is that us using that vehicle was the very last thing that she had to hold over us. A last little bit of power that she may have had. We owe her no money. We don't have anything of hers. We don't depend on her for anything. Feels liberating. Now, I know that you're going to be disappointed in me, but I did not take back the tires that we had put on the truck. Because this way she looks absolutely bad-hit insane to everyone, not just me. You see, she has 7 sisters, and they have a really toxic crabs-in-a-bucket type of existence and a gossipy phone tree system. They talk every day, and that is how my mother-in-law spreads her vile garbage all over. I know deep within my soul that she is going to call her sisters to tell them how terrible we are, how upset she is, how we're doing this to ruin her, and they will have no choice but to ask, what? Was the truck damaged? Did they come to you for a loan? Nope. She'll have a perfectly maintained truck with very new tires and a ton of misplaced rage that she can't do anything with, and no one will validate her for it. Because seriously, do you really have a leg to stand on when we return it to you in better condition than when we received it? If you want to be extra, post on Facebook, "Thanks for loaning us the truck," with pics of it. Preferably pics that somehow have the date in. That way she can't bitch that you didn't look after it properly. With an "enjoy the new tires," we left the warranty info on them in the glove compartment message. Yes, and take pics of the maintenance receipts and anything you bought for the car. Not to post, but for reference when she starts spreading lies that you neglected her precious vehicle. I'm really happy for you. Well done. Please video the truck and the new tires before you return it. She wouldn't be the first JustNoMil to damage something and claim it's your fault. I'm so happy you're free. I hope you give her a nice long time out. She has certainly earned it. Yes, video it with date stamp. Bravo, OP. Congratulations on the rig and taking back control. My ex-husband lived at home well into his mid-20s. His parents were just accustomed to treating him like a child and a second-class citizen. I moved out at 18 and was very independent and in control of my own finances and bills. They upgraded their phone plan at some point, rendering his phone unusable as he was still on their plan. We were not married yet. His dad called to tell me and said that would send him a new phone. I asked to please send it overnight as we did not have any other way to communicate, and he laughed and said maybe if he called his mother more I would, but he'll get it when I feel like it. Okay, great. Keep your phone. I'll put him on mine. So we went out that day and got him a new phone, new number, and a plan that wasn't controlled by his parents. He had never had a new phone. They had always taken the upgrades and given him their hand-me-downs. They were pissed. What are we going to do with this extra line now? We already used your upgrade, so we're locked in for a year. Like it was somehow our fault that they tried to screw him over. That's when they learned that I don't play games and I don't need their money. They didn't like me much after that. Good for you removing her control. Let her be mad. She just looks foolish. There's a lot going on here. Scaring my kids, slight neglect, driving me to the hospital, and a small victory. My husband demanded that once a month we go over to my mother-in-law's house and have dinner with her. I said that I wasn't going and that I still don't want a relationship with her. He said I was being awful and that a lot of time has passed since she's done anything wrong to me. I cannot say enough that I do not want advice on this as I am dealing with it already. I'm not trying to be rude. Please understand. My ML retired about 4 months ago, and he's just worried because she's extremely obese and very sedentary and work was the only thing she had in her life. Her house is filthy and she is a hoarder. Everything stinks like and I don't want to eat there, so forget about bringing our 4-year-old and 2-year-old. Last time we went, she brought out a terrifying clown picture, think Pennywise, and repeatedly showed it to my kids even though I shouted at her to stop. A week of nightmares ensued. After that, the kids slipped out the back door and my ML swore that they were still in the house. This is a problem because she obviously cannot keep track of them and has been hinting that she wants to see more of them, potentially alone. Never ever going to happen. Also, my kids found a bunch of loose pills. What? She acted like it wasn't a big deal because they were heart medication or something, and apparently doctor-prescribed medication isn't dangerous. A few weeks later, I had a 104.2 degrees fever and had to be taken to the hospital. I'll spare you the story of why. Just know I was never in extreme danger. I wanted to drive myself, but my husband demanded I get a ride. Since ML lives on our block, she was the one he called. Let the gaslighting/narcissist behavior begin. She took 30 minutes to drive me to an ER that was 10 minutes away because she would not take my directions and got lost twice. Then was gaslighting me about how my condition was probably nothing and that her real concern was that I didn't make dinner for her son. Forget that I fed the kids and put them to bed even though I was in great pain and dealing with severe chills and fever. I gave my husband an earful when I got home at 1 a.m. He was very apologetic and confessed he was just scared for me. The small victory? My husband stopped by his mom's house while on a walk with our 4-year-old son. I'm not happy about it, but it was under 5 minutes. Apparently, while my kid was there, he told Emil that her house was super stinky and would not call her grandma, but instead referred to her by her first name. A small bit of backstory for what it's worth. My Emil has only really been in my kids' lives, the monthly visits, since February. Apparently, she was too busy watching DVR episodes of CSI to care about our kids for the past 4 years. Dang, that's a lot of just no crammed into this one paragraph. Hoarder, stinky place, can't keep track of the kids, traumatizing them with a clown picture, harmless, heart medication, WTF, and that crazy ER trip. Yeah, I can see why she won't be seeing them alone. Sounds like your DH is dangerously in the FOG. Can it be explained to me where he gets off demanding to shove his putrescent mother down your throat? How much do I love the candor of your LO? Your house super stinky, granny first name. My husband is a very sweet man who has been emotionally abused by his mother his whole life. He is trying his best but makes poor decisions at times. He does agree that the children should never be alone with her. His father has been dead 12 years, and that really kicked her codependency, into high gear. He is fully aware that she is awful and will join me in a little venting/bagging on her. Really, I think he is left with so many unresolved feelings about his father. There was years of physical and emotional abuse which I might add his mother knew of and did nothing about, that he feels he needs to do right by his mom to somehow fix it. I don't know, human emotions are weird, are they? So here I am, trying to help him navigate this uncharted area while he battles his feelings. I know that doesn't excuse the things he wants me to do. I just wanted to shine a light on his inner conflict. I know you say you've got it covered, but please give your husband a smack on the nose with a rolled-up newspaper from me. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.